What is up, my beautiful collective? Welcome back to the channel. We're going to do a quick spread pull. I already have the cards pre-pulled, and we're going to pick an overall oracle card here in the mix of oracles to get your overall energy. If this is your first time here, welcome to the channel. This is Zen Virgo. So we're going to try to make this video quick. This is going to be a channel message, and also I forgot to say, if this isn't your first time here, welcome back. Thank you for coming back. And you are well appreciated here. So let's grab an oracle card from the mix and see what is our overall energy. Right here in the cards so far, it looks like we have someone that is about to step into the spotlight or about to really be seen by an audience. But it's almost like you're first needing to get their approval or sense of approval. So you're having to put your true, honest, and most vulnerable self out there. But it seems that they're going to sense this quickly, and the anxiety or the fear towards you is going to subside. So I think this is the one we have. Wow. So we have the Buffalo card. Now with this Buffalo card, I have been really noticing and seeing this Buffalo energy a lot. This Buffalo energy has been following me around the past couple of days. Not this card. This is the first time I got this card, but the Buffalo energy has been following and trailing around the past couple of days. So yeah, let's put this here. If you watched the video right before this one, that tan shirt that I'm wearing, on the back of it, it's actually a buffalo. So yeah, let's jump right on in. The first card that we have coming out is the Lion card. The Lion card for me talks about a sense of bravery. So it's almost like you're having to be brave, you're having to be open. We see this lion that's very relaxed and he's sitting back. So even though he is the lion, he or she is the lion. They are the king or queen of the jungle. They are in a mode of, receptivity. They're sitting back and they're allowing almost like the sun energy or the light energy to bask over them. They sit right in the middle of the jungle and they're allowing themselves to be seen. The Lion card also talks about the strength. The number 8 in the tarot is the strength card. In some tarot decks, it is the 11th card. But in the traditional tarot, it is the number 8. So it's talking about a sense of having to be strong, or having to put on this bold face or this brave face, or having to go in very stern and very stoic and very confident of yourself, your abilities, and your perceived gifts or your already known gifts. Okay? So I was wondering, what is this lion having to be brave for? What are we as a collective about to walk into? And as he's looking to the right, the next two cards is the Otter and the Starfish. So let's see how we can do this. Now, let's see if I can adjust the camera. Okay, much better. So we have the Otter and the Starfish. Now, with the Otter and the Starfish, these combinations almost talks about the idea of, the limelight, almost like celebrity culture and being seen. Because we have the star, of course, just in general, the star. It's representing almost like the star, being seen, being in the spotlight. And of course, with the spotlight, this almost looks like a spotlight or a strobe light. So these energies came in together. The Otter is being seen or being witnessed, or almost like being put on stand, put on the spot, having all eyes and all attention on them. So with this Lion card coming in first, this is almost what this was talking about. It's the idea of the lion is getting prepared to be in this energy, this starlight or the starfish energy, the spotlight energy, basically. So it's saying to almost come as you are, come as we are, because almost all aspects of yourself, or a big majority of yourself, is going to be seen, or you are about to be on camera. And if not on camera, you're just going to be in a place or a position where all eyes are on you. So let's say, okay, what is that idea? What's coming next? The next two cards that we have coming out is the Elk and the Gazelle. You see how these cards are almost intertwined back to back. So this is the same energy, or a combined energy, and I saw that as almost like representing a massive group or a big grouping, since these two are grouped together and they are very symbolic of each other with the antlers. Now, I usually see the antlers as talking about, beliefs and what people think of or what people simply believe in. So these antlers are almost like their beliefs or their opinions about the lion. It's like when the lion appears on stage or when the lion pops on stage, it's bear witness to all of these eyes and opinions. I see usually gazelles runs in groups and elks just hold this heavy energy, which makes it a more, it's almost talking about a more massive energy or just an energy, a grander energy containing, multiple elks and gazelles, which is talking about an audience for me or a crowd. But as you see, the gazelle is looking right towards, this energy, all eyes on the starfish, looking right towards the center or looking right towards this spotlight energy and almost having to sit back and take it all in, just like the lion is doing here. The gazelle is doing the same thing. It's almost like when a lion and a gazelle meet. The gazelle, as you see, this is the gazelle's sunlight energy behind her. The gazelle is almost projecting this awareness onto the lion, and the lion feels this awareness or senses this awareness even if they don't see the gazelle directly. So this can be like a social media thing, like YouTube videos, whatever it is. Maybe you work at a place like maybe you're a bartender or maybe you're a nurse, like whatever you do, your audience or the people around you, you are almost like a point of focus. So they are staring at you or they monitor you and watch you. Maybe they are circling around or hovering their energy around, because normally it seems like a lion would go after a gazelle, but they're noticing that this lion, which is you, is very in place and relaxed and not really worried about harming or attacking the gazelle as nature would usually do. The lion is, you see, his mane is all brushed down. He's all more in a calmer, peaceful state. But of course, the gazelle isn't going to trust this at first or right away. The gazelle is not going to look at it like that. They're going to look at the lion as what it appears to be on the outside, which is a lion or a more complex and maybe even sometimes frightening creature compared to the gazelle, because lions eat gazelles. So this gazelle is almost making sure it's not a trick or it's not a scam in a sense, or there isn't anything, back there to really, harm or take them off focus or, put them in a position that they would not like to be in. So I feel with this thunder energy, I feel this is the energy from the gazelle moving towards the lion. She's projecting this energy forward and almost sending out her antennas or her feelers. And we see we also have these little circle orange pieces in the background like the gazelle does. But she's almost projecting her energy forward or sending her energy forward to the lion, almost to make sure. It's almost like sending a messenger or sending a bird messenger first. All of these buffalo, this herd of buffalo, this thunderous energy is almost pouring into this lion. And with all of these sun rays, as we see the sun rays covers the whole card, with all of the sun rays, the lion is almost like feeling that energy. He's almost feeling that energy, but in a sense, the lion is embracing it. He's not really backing down, or he's allowing the energy to almost pick and pull him apart, because he knows once they get to what they're looking for, there's truth, beneath the surface. So the next row, we have 3 cards left. We have the Phoenix and the Peacock. Now, I really like this card because now this is our chance, or this is your chance. This is really your chance to put yourself on full display. As we see the Peacock, their wings are fanned out, like they're completely open, showing all aspects of their body. And that's, if you look closely with the Peacock, that's similarly what the Peacock does. When a Peacock, fans out its little quills or its little feathers, it is very massive like this. It is very big. It's very expansive. The peacock expands its whole self or its whole energy. So the energy is completely open. So that's how it is for you. Like your energy is completely open or completely receptive to anyone wanting to see or anyone wanting to notice, or your direct grouping, your direct community. Maybe this is your own personal community. As an example, as being a bartender, it's almost like being very open to, the crowd or the social people around you, and projecting out good energy as well. So it's almost like as this gazelle sends this energy to you to almost investigate. You're saying, look around. It's almost like when a parent comes in your room thinking you have something to hide. And this is like the one time that you finally cleaned up. There's nothing under the bed. There's nothing in the closet. Like it's completely good, clean, and almost pure energy. Like there's nothing to find and there's nothing to hide. So the lion, as he sits here and basks in the sun and he just allows himself to be explored, is what this energy is. Very open. The energy is very open. So in the meantime, with this lion's complex energy, I see the octopus as almost like my genius. My octopus tries to solve a bunch of puzzles, and they try to, they're very smart. If they have, any type of situation, we use a puzzle, for example, and especially if there's food or something in that puzzle, they would try to almost open that puzzle, say like food in a jar. They will open that jar. They will be able to get to the food. They're very deliberate with their hands. I see their fingers are just almost like probing. They're just probing around everything and trying to scope the landscape and scope the view. And they're trying to, with this colorful membrane in the brain, they're gathering that data and processing that data and looking through what they got or what they received. And that's what this gazelle and this elk energy is doing for the lion. So this octopus represents this gazelle and its elk energy. Kind of like, so there's a lot going on in the crown with these horns and these horns here. There's a lot going on in the crown, and then of course also here. But the octopus is trying to piece together the lion and almost read the lion, the story, their background, like what, they're like, you're intriguing, or this situation is very intriguing. Something about the situation is very intriguing. But the octopus is very curious, so they have to figure out if it's even safe first. But it's almost like they're realizing that, or they're understanding, or there's been multiple situations, or multiple times, or multiple go-arounds. And if not, the lion is able to maybe sense out and feel energy. The gazelle is very quick moving, very fast. They have to be on alert. They have to be on alert, and they have to be able to take off fast, and that's what they do. But in the meantime, as they're processing with the octopus energy, as they're processing the lion and the situation as a whole, they're almost happy to explore and happy to keep going deeper because they haven't found anything or noticed anything that raised a red flag for them. So the octopus isn't normally in a frightened energy, it's a more curious energy. So they're more curious about the idea of almost unpacking and discovering who the lion really is. And then the last card we have is, I was wondering why this card came out, was the rabbit card. It was the rabbit, and it was also the Five of Swords. This card represents the Five of Swords, and it shows it shows 5 swords, of course, and it shows like a little earthworm. But when it comes out next to the rabbit, the Five of Swords talks about, mental chatter and, not having a calm mind, and so does this rabbit. The rabbit talks about anxiety and moving around a lot and just having to be able to take off fast, just like the gazelle, having to be able to go at a moment's notice, being very jittery and just on alert, just very on alert, especially since the rabbit is more seen as a prey, not a predator. So this energy has to be on alert. So whatever this energy is, it's just an energy that simply has to be on alert. Maybe they have an important role or an important job, so they don't have room to make any mistakes or any big mistakes like this. But with the Five of Swords, we see the sword is cutting through the middle of the worm. And for me, that talks about the idea of this anxiety being subsided. They got their answer about you, or they got their answer, by exploring you, by looking at your work even, or by looking at what you do, maybe your past, maybe researching you or researching into your history. But with these two cards coming together and a sword breaking through the middle of this worm, I always see that as the anxiety or the chattered mind, or all of the questions stopping exactly where they are. So this rabbit energy is almost going to go back into its hole, or go back into the burrows of the subconscious, as this energy is. It's going to go back, and it's almost like they don't have that idea about you anymore. They did their research, and now they're open to welcoming you in. And then back to the thunder energy, the last card. This is their energy as they figure you out and as they understand the situation, now their energy is on direct blast towards you. They're coming directly towards you once they figure it out, or once they get the concept, or once they get the idea of almost like your mission, your soul journey, your spiritual purpose. They see the spiritual side, or they see the spiritual aspect of exactly what it is that you do and exactly what it is that you're doing as the lion. So I would say with the starfish energy and its outer energy, I would say congratulations for one, like you've been approved by them, or you've been accepted by them, and now you can embrace almost like being seen comfortably in the light. Because sometimes the anxiety or the things that we feel in the limelight or being seen by a lot of people is sometimes other people's energies being directed towards us, like this. Sometimes it's just simply a blast of other people's energy coming directly towards us. And you see how all of this buffalo energy comes with all of these spurs and these colorful moments, these smoke clouds, these colorful smoke clouds, and and that's the same thing that is surrounding this otter. And you guys know, of course, these are different cards, different sizes, but that is the same thing that is surrounding this otter. Like, so the otter is sensing this energy, aka the lion. It's sensing this energy all around them, but at this point they have accepted and approved. So the energy shifts, and now you're able to almost bask in it, like the lion. You're able to almost bask in it, or sit very, very comfortably and confidently in this energy. Okay, so I hope that resonated. If not, you may check out another video. This was Zen Virgo. Peace.